I don't know if it's because I'm fat or not, but that's the one thing that's been scaring me. Is like not being able to leave your house to get food.
What do you mean, a supermarket or
just anyway? Like if they say you can't leave your house, or even I don't know, I don't just the idea. I think like that's just that you can't live your life the way you want to. It's
You just have to be cautious.
Yeah.
Right now, we're in a situation where you have to think about the people around you. I could honestly tell you, I could look you in the eye and tell you, I have not been around any groups bigger than 3 or 4 since the 2nd of March.
Wow.
Once I heard about this, I avoided people. It's over. It's over. We're quarantining. And I don't know what you're touching, so why take the chance? Why take the chance? I would hate for somebody to come in here and sit in that chair and get it from me, or for somebody to come in here and give it to me.
Right.
I would hate to have the guilt of me giving it to somebody because I was selfish and careless. So for now, I keep it to a minimum.
I know it's different because you have a family, but you always joke about like how like you were a single kid and you could go to an island with cranberry juice and stuff. Like with all the anxiety stuff taken away, are you enjoying the quarantine a little bit? Like to be able to like shut down a little bit and be by yourself?
Here's the positives for me of this quarantine. I've been going out at night since 1976.
Damn.
You guys got to remember, my mother had a bar. So when I was growing up, in the summers, I didn't have a sitter. I would stay at the bar with my mother till 3 in the morning. And then I lost my mother at 16, and I was forced to go out every night. I was forced to hang out in bars. I was forced to do things that I would never do under circumstances. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and he's kind of a drinker, good guy. I love him to death. His daughter plays with Mercy, good guy. Him and his wife are good people. And we were talking about bars, and I'm like, the good thing about me is, dog, I've hated fucking bars since the beginning of time. Like, I grew up in a bar. I see the effect on alcohol on people. I would see people walk in looking normal and leave and acting like a fucking jerk-off. And I made a mental note that I didn't want to act like that. Those bar regulars have always tortured me to death. Regulars at the bar, they torture me to death. I got into comedy in 1991. I fell in love with something more than I ever loved myself even. That's how much I fell in love with comedy. I was very lucky to get on stage and find what I wanted to do. A lot of people live their life and they don't find what they truly love, okay? When I fell in love with comedy, I fell in love head over fucking heels. Have you ever fallen in love with something head over heels, guys? You ever fall in love with a woman? Ladies, you ever fall in love with a man head over heels where you forget to take care of yourself? You forget to eat? You'll forget anything for that person. This is what happened to me with comedy. When comedy came into my life, I was so fucking happy. And I went out every night. And I stayed out. And even when I got home, I read books on comedy. I read biographies on comedy. I watched fucking VHS tapes endlessly. I became a 24-hour fucking comic. You know, all I could think about was sleep, eat, and shit comedy. That's all I did. And then 95, I got into it even harder. What does that mean? That means that you don't even watch TV. That means that you already tell people, fuck you and your fucking wedding. You know, it's a fucking Saturday. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You just tell people, like, I'm not coming to this. I'm not doing this. Like, this is how much you get into comedy. You know, and I just took it off with it. And the first time I took a breather from 91, the first time I took a breather was when The Longest Yard came out in May of 2005.
And what does a breather mean?
A breather means that I stayed home on Monday nights.
Wow.
That was a breather. I stayed home on Monday nights.
Do you remember, and if I'm skipping ahead, tell me, but do you remember the last time you took a full week off?
No.
Wow.
No. There's no full weeks off. If this is what you want to do in your life, there's no weeks off. When you do Madison Square Garden, that's when you deserve a week off. Until then, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't take a night off. I didn't take a holiday off. I hated Christmas because there was no comedy. I started hating the nights I couldn't do comedy. That's when you know you love something. You love it. Like, what are you talking about? So when all this started coming down the pipe, we've been going steady since 2012.
Yeah.
All right. Podcast, road. I've been, a year before I met you, I was going on the road heavy. Before I had Mercy, I was going on the road heavy. So for me, I asked Rogan the other day on the podcast, has he written? And he said no. And I was very happy because I have not written a joke either. I've written little things in there, that I'm going to use on stage. Yes, I can't lie to you about that. I'm working on different things. Like I was writing, obviously nobody's buying books right now, whatever, but I'm still trying to write, So I was just trying to write. It's interesting that you asked that question. I was just trying to write the story of me falling in love with comedy. How the process happened. Like, I still remember my ex-wife telling me, I don't want to be with you. And me being so happy because that was the only obstacle in my way, that I was trying to put a family together. That was the only obstacle in my way for doing comedy. I knew I could do it. But how was I going to do it with a young family? That was the question. And again, for people who think I'm crazy, God fucking opened up the door and made her fall out of love with me, and she dumped me and went with another guy. Thank God. If not, I wouldn't have been here. So everything happens for a reason.
Right.
So at that time, it was now only 29 years ago. I had nothing going on. I was broke, and I had nothing to lose. Let me go for comedy. I'm divorced, I'm broke, and I got nothing to lose. There's nothing you could do to me now. I'm already $50,000 in debt, and the debt's climbing. What do I care? I'm not going to make any money in comedy. You can't throw me in debtor's prison. There's no debtor's prison,
You keep going.
There's no debtor's prison. So you keep going. And I fell in love with this fucking racket. So when the possibility in my mind, I was a little upset. I enjoy leaving twice a month. It's my little 6 days that I get to watch my little computer. I get privacy. I could think. I miss my daughter and my wife, but I enjoy it. Yeah. Believe it or not, I don't have a social life. My social life is the Comedy Store. When I go over that hill, that's my social life. It's sad, but it's true. Okay, it's not like I go somewhere once a week where I play cards or I hang out in the men's choir. I don't have any of that shit. All I have is the Comedy Store.
Right.
So when this went down, I've looked at this as a breather. This is a breather for a guy like me. But it's a well-deserved breather. This has not stopped for 29 years.
Yeah.
This train has not stopped. I don't want it to stop. I never wanted it to stop. But sometimes you need to take a break. This is making me... The reason why I haven't written comedy, my reason is because I want to... like things are trending? Mm-hmm. In my mind, things are trending all the time, right? Like you think... I wanted to start trending new things. I wanted my mind to start coming up with new things. So whatever material I had before this, it's done.
Yeah.
It's over with. So when I hit the stage, June 1st, July 1st, August 1st, I'm starting from scratch.
Yeah, there's no way to go back to it.
Yeah, that's it. They did me a favor. Don't worry. I'm going to put it back together and try to put it on CD. and put out a CD before this for $3 or something. But for right now, there's nothing to think about. All we can do is take care of ourselves and get ready for the next chapter of our lives, whatever it's going to be. We don't know. Right now, you're going to find out people's true colors. This is what's good about this. You're going to find out about people's true colors. You're going to see what banks are willing to work with you. My friend brought up a great point before. A lot of these banks are giving you 90 days without a mortgage. But at the end of those 90 days, you got to pay all 3 of those mortgages, plus the 4th one. So there's no bargain here, guys. There's going to be a by the way. People are going to be hurting, and their belts are going to tighten. People are going to lose their homes. People are going to lose their businesses. But on the bright side, it's a start for most people. Like my uncle, he's 82. He couldn't wait to get out of that bar. This just gave him the answer.
Oh, really?
This accelerated the deal. He's done.
Good for him.
It's up for sale.
Yeah.
It's up for sale. It'll sell within a month.
Wow.
That's it. That's it. Today, yesterday, on Sunday, a famous Al and Ed closed in Beverly Hills.
Really?
They're closing. They closed yesterday.
Wow. Well, that place was expensive.
Yeah, because
they had to pay the rent.
Yeah, they don't know. Nobody knows the future. Right now, you're sitting there going, I got to pay employees. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. I got to do that. Nobody fucking knows.
Yeah, I'm hoping that there's some sort of...
There is a silver lining, folks. Yeah. I give you my fucking word. As a man, I've always had faith in what higher power, I don't know, but I've always had faith. And I'm telling you guys, please don't be down. There's going to be a silver lining out of all this. There's going to be a silver lining out of all this. We don't know what it is right now. So before you go down and start writing yourself off and start packing your bags, I want you to think of the silver lining that's going to come from this, man. Hey, listen, I feel as bad as all of you do, but I know there's a silver lining in this. We're all going to learn what we need, what we don't need, what we can live with, what we can't live with. A lot of people are going to go, you know what? The cable got turned off, and I've been fine for the last month. You don't know what you could live with until you start living without it. I had a friend of mine who said to me that he cut his life down. He cut his bills down by 70% a year ago. He says he did the math one day, and he goes, you know what?
Yeah.
Canceled everything. The water, he bought a water filter.
Right.
And he figured out that it's cheaper for the filters and it's better for the thing. He figured out that he could live without fucking cable, and he just uses Disney Plus. He told me all these things that he could figure out, and he's a better man for it. People are going to see that. People are going to learn you were living on $2,400 a month, but now you're living on $15,000, and you're going to figure out a way on how to do it and make it work. And you're going to put yourself in shock. You're going to realize that a lot of shit you were spending was garbage.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to realize from this.